Haven't been live on here in forever. Sorry it took me a minute. Set it to go live, and then Minion was all excited and wanted to go run off and bark at something. Had to figure out what it was. Turns out it's just crows. Just crows. Who's got a real beef with crows? I don't know what his beef with crows is about. I don't know the whole backstory. I'm sure there is one. But he's got issues with them. And some milk, make some coffee. Howdy, hey, where are you located? West Virginia, your first live. Well, welcome. I went from doing daily lives to probably it being like for 2 weeks since the last time I did a live. Crazy. But my life's been sort of all out of sorts for a little bit. But with traveling 600 miles away for 2 weeks and coffee in my streams, more likely than you think. That's cool. I'm also drinking fancy sparkling water. I like sparkling water. About to run out of sparkling water. I'm going to have to get some more if I want more. Humidity's been crazy. It is a hot one today. It's hot yesterday. Did I enjoy my trip? I did enjoy my trip. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a blast. I mean, I also like being here, but I can't be here and be on a trip at the same time. So every time I go, I miss the homestead, but I have fun while I'm gone. Love the quick videos. Felt like watching how it's made. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much the style I did those videos in. I like watching how stuff works, how stuff's made, all that. Not that I do it very often, but when I do, I like it. And, you know, while it is, you know, it's not a mom and pop shop, it is a small company, so to speak, when you compare it to like Walmart's and all these other massive corporations. They just have one distribution center, and I think it's cool how they make as much of the product as they can themselves and control most of it themselves. It's pretty neat. Love seeing Minion on vacation. Yeah, it was fun. Minion liked the weather. It's hot for him. Sometimes he's like, I want to go inside in the air conditioning. And sometimes I put him in the air conditioning. No, I ran the air conditioning and played video games last night with Jen. I was hanging out with Jen. Sometimes I stream them on Twitch. Most of the time I don't. I just like to hang out with Jen. And if I don't have to read a chat at the same time while I try to figure out a video game and hang out with her, I think it's cool. But sometimes I stream it on Twitch. But anyway, all that to say, it's cloudy, really hot, and my batteries got low for some reason. They're not too low. But it's also supposed to be cloudy for the next 2 days, so I don't want to get carried away. It's kind of if today was going to be, or tomorrow was going to be sunny, I'd just run them all the way down. Well, down to 50% because they're lead acid, but the smoke from the fires in Canada has not been helping my power consumption or production either. Humidity sucks. Yeah, it does. Does the battery get affected by the heat? It does. I have it buried below grade by about like 3 feet roughly, so that helps a lot. I also have an air conditioner that once the battery temperature hits 80 degrees, the air conditioner kicks on and cools the batteries. And I've found that the batteries really only heat up when they're like charging. And if they're charging, it means I have excess power, which means I have no issue running an air conditioner at all. So it works out really good. Nice hat. Thank you. These are all available on narrowwayhomestead.com if you didn't know, but they're super cool. And the coffee's available there too. What kind of parts do you have in your PC? Does it draw a lot off the batteries? It does. I don't turn down settings and stuff, and I just like to play games in the way I like to play games. You know, good graphics. It has a 1080 Ti i7 Coffee Lake processor. It's about 5 years old. It's a decent computer though. Runs good. I built it myself. Yeah, like I say, 5 years ago roughly. I love building computers. About every 5 years I build myself one, but I don't know if even if this one dies, I'll probably just replace parts or something. Like I don't play video games enough to justify having a gaming computer to just play like somewhat occasionally. Type of games do I play? I have been playing Grounded. I love open world survival games, and Jen has really enjoyed Grounded. I like Grounded. Like, it's just like become our game for a while. Just got your coffee. Awesome. Where in PA did I live? I lived in York County. How's Minion's Duck Army? They're doing really, really well. They're doing really well. I don't know. I don't even know if my duckling video has made it over here to YouTube or not. Jen does all. I do all the filming, editing, and stuff, and then Jen does the duck drama. Sorry, Jen does the reposting to all the different platforms, including YouTube. And she does, unfortunately, have to. YouTube Shorts just doesn't allow anything over a minute, so unfortunately, she has to edit and adjust them sometimes. Hopefully the shorts don't feel like they end too abruptly. I'm still trying to learn how to film a long video, keep it interesting, make a natural pause or break point. It's kind of challenging. I'll figure it out though. What's the advantage of an outdoor kitchen over an indoor kitchen? Well, for me, I don't have a house, so I have a camper. Living in a camper, the kitchen's small. This kitchen is gigantic. It's outdoors. It's you know, most of the time it's nice enough weather to be outside, at least from my perspective. So it's open. You get fresh air. You just really feel like you're out in nature. It's kind of like if you go outside to grill or something. The other thing is I have a wood cook stove here, and when I cook in the camper, the only way to cook in the camper actually is on a wood stove. So in the summertime, you know, let's not make it 140 degrees in there. I'm gonna build a house for the homestead. Yes, I am. I'm working on living quarters. I've actually been working at living quarters for like, it's been very scattered, but like for 4 or 5 months maybe. Just here and there, and then I do other projects and the whole building just gets full of stuff and I can't work in there anymore, and then I clean it all up. But it's gonna be like a 300 square foot living quarter area, and once that's done, completed, then I'm gonna look towards building the house. And I'm doing that because I want to build the house slowly, kind of the way I want, not rush through it, particularly the inside. You know, if it's gonna be a place I'm gonna live for the rest of my life, I'd rather take an extra year to do so. And this whole camper thing, like the time I'm going to invest finishing out the storage building, I probably have the same amount of time in making the camper better on the outside again. Like I'm going to have to do something with the roof, and all the windows are like kind of leaky and they're drafty, and all the screens are ripped again, and it's almost, in my mind, it's faster just to build out something that'll be twice as big and than it is to repair what I've already got. And the door's falling apart. That door is going to have to be replaced. I cannot believe that door has not just completely disintegrated off of that thing. Blows my mind. Slow and steady. That's it. That's it. I know, not so much on YouTube, but on TikTok, people are like, it takes so long to do stuff. Why don't you, you know, you've been doing this forever. And it's like, it's kind of the tortoise and hare thing. Like, I just move along at the speed of a tortoise, but I stay on it. And if you look back 1 year previous, every year you'll be like, you know, that was a lot of stuff. But yeah, to me it does feel slow. But I also live this lifestyle on top of like just building this and then gonna move here. So like cooking takes a long time, you know, heating, you know, there's this whole firewood thing I have to do. Like just existing takes a long time, and I forage a lot of my food. You don't just go out into the woods and grab everything in 5 minutes. So yeah, and of course I film videos on top of that too. I actually look at my life and I have absolutely no idea how I accomplish as much as I do. I don't know how it's possible, but somehow I do. Somehow I do, but I just have the discipline to just stick at it no matter what. And I get lucky so far anyway. Nothing just has catastrophically failed. Like everything could fall apart in a day for me. Like solar power could fail. I could get a hole in my water tank. Wind could come and just knock a tree over on the outdoor kitchen. There's a lot of stuff that would just absolutely feel like an incredible setback. But so far, I don't know why I'm saying this today. We're supposed to get crazy thunderstorms and hail today. Probably not a good day to say that. Anyway, hey, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I have no control over it, so I don't worry about it a whole lot. I just hope it doesn't happen. Where's Minion? He's laying out underneath a chair. Cutting down trees close to the kitchen option. I cut down everything that I really felt was a high risk. The trees do help keep the kitchen cool. Yeah, I could cut a lot more, but the trees are also my windbreak. And right outside the back of the outdoor kitchen, say it's sitting here, is an incredible drop off. And if I cut trees that are blocking the wind, I'm going to create a wind tunnel right through my property if I cut the trees. And then instead of trees falling on the kitchen, maybe an 80-mile-an-hour wind will rip through and my roof will end up over there. So, yeah. Minion solar powered. He might be solar powered. Always expect the worst too, even when it's smooth. Yep. Book reader or something. Voice is anointed. I'm not a big book reader though. Like if I really enjoyed reading books, I'd probably have a TikTok account and be just sitting here reading books. But I got two hands. They work good. I like to use them, and flipping pages and risking a paper cut is just not my thing. Minion runs off diesel. Must see Lord Minion. Okay, we can see Lord Minion. Thank you for the super chat. Read a book about the Homestead, and I will probably at some point. I would expect I would. Come here, man. Come here, hop up in this chair. All right, how do I flip this around? Just like that. Hey, don't be looking at there. Look at the people. People's talking to you. Yeah, the people's talking to you. You hasn't seen YouTube in a long time, have you? Say hi to YouTube. Say hi. It's YouTube. They like Minion. They do. They're your people. Yep, they're your people. Minion shedding for summer. He's been shedding quite a bit. He's probably about done with the whole shedding thing. Hey, do your funny yawn thing. I wish I could train you to do that on command. Do your funny yawn. So sometimes I bobble his head around. He'll do his yawn with a funny noise. What? It's tough to get you to do that. If I could figure out how to get you to do it on... Got it! We got it! Good boy! That was a good yawn. I might be able to get you to do that on command. I might. You got to be in just the right mood, though. You did it. That was so good. Whoops. You did so good. That was so good. Yeah. I think I can probably get you to do that on command. We'll just have to work with it. Sit. Hey, thanks for joining, becoming a Narrowway supporter. Back Munits. You did it again. Oh, you did it again. That was so good. Yeah. Yeah, he was good. Paco used to make the same noise when he yawned. Yeah. That's pretty cool. You guys already got eggs today. Yes. Uh, the egg gathering thing is so different, so strange now. Um, I just finally got ducks laying eggs. Like I didn't have eggs being laid for like a month. Um, but every duck that was laying eggs went broody, and then they had chicks, and then they're like waiting forever, and yeah. But I looks like I have two ducks laying eggs. One of them's been laying outside the coop, and I just discovered her nest, and so Minion gathered 5 eggs from there. That was the quick trip. It was good. I loved it. I loved it. The first time I saw a quick trip was around a year ago, somewhere more or less. Went out to Wisconsin and went to my first quick trip, and like I was like, "What is this place? Like, this is really cool." It reminded me a lot of Sheets. But anyway, I did like 4 videos on quick trip. I was just fascinated. I mean, you guys have seen now anyway. When I go on a vacation, I just go visit stores and whatever, car dealerships, and well, quick trip really liked the video, and they thought that was awesome, and reached out and sent sent $200 in Quick Trip gift cards and shirts and merch and stuff, and that was just so cool. And I was super thankful. They were super thankful. Next thing you know, I didn't even know they like hired influencers basically to work with them, and yeah, we worked something out, and all of a sudden, like I've done, what have I done? 7 videos for them total under contracts. It was really cool. I did three in February, I think, and then I just did 4. And well, I only did 6. Technically, one of them was Minions. One of them was Minions. It was on Minions' account on TikTok, and they didn't. It's not in the contract to put those videos on other platforms, and I often don't put my ads over on the other platforms, but I just like Quick Trip, so it goes everywhere. Plus, I had fun. A duck update, please. What's the last update you know of? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see what videos Jen has reposted to YouTube, so I know where you guys are at. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. TikTok's also behind, too, because I've been really busy. Credit where credit is due. You're really handsome, haha. You must be talking about Minion, but thanks. Let's see. Now I need to see my shorts. Hold on, let me see. What's been posted? What's been posted? Oh, she's been keeping up really good. Did the one, I don't know if the ones that the ducklings under Quackers hatched out came out or not. Jen is lovely. Yes, she is. But yes, Quackers, the one that made the nest where I didn't want her to make a nest and it was too late to move it. 12 eggs under her. 8 of them hatched. The other 4 were very obviously not ever going to hatch. They were bad after candling them. But she's got 8 of them. And I have moved her into the coop. And they're a couple days old now. The finger of doom. I don't even know where I came up with that. Like, did I see that in a movie somewhere and it just popped into my head? Did I invent that? I have no idea. I feel like it probably came from a movie. Will you name the ducklings? Probably not. Probably not. It's just keeping track of them, and some of them will get a name eventually because when they get older and they become adults, and there's always some that have personalities that just stand out, like Quackers. She wasn't named until she was an adult. She behaved so differently from the other ducks, and so she just stood out, got a name, and still a little sad about Spunky. Me too. I'm sad about all those other ducklings I lost. Yep, had 19 of them. I still have 10, but 9 of them are no longer here. And I am upset about every single one of them. But I knew 50% survival rate is typical in a situation like this. I got 8 more. I'd like to say that I'm going to have 8 adults. Practically speaking, it's highly likely I'm going to end up with 4. It's just the way the math goes. And probably 3 of them are going to be males and one's going to be a female. And then 3 of them will get butchered at the end of summer. And then I'll have 1. So everybody's like, what are you going to do with all the ducks? And it's like, I don't have quite as many as you think. Like, they ask you, you're going to keep them all. Well, yeah, I think so. But ideally, I would have, I don't know how many ducks, maybe 100 ducks. Just wander all over the place. Some of them will go into a coop. Some of them will just be wild. Some of them will get picked off by predators now and again. Once I get to that point, I should have a livestock guardian dog, which will help a lot. And I just have enough of them and keep enough going that I just always have ducks. PC game you're playing in your precious off time. Playing Grounded. Jen and I are playing Grounded. I haven't even played the game without her more than like 15 minutes when she had to go do something or whatnot. And I play for a couple minutes while she's off doing something and she comes back. But we've just been, it's been a whole together thing. How cool is it that I got a girlfriend that plays video games with me and is willing to use an outhouse and is willing to move into the woods and happens to be drop dead gorgeous on top of it all. Like, lucky me, man. Jen would be telling me to knock it off if I was. But she's probably not going to watch the recording of the live. Probably not. Anyway, that's what I'm saying about her behind her back. That's her and you. Thank you. Gaming girlfriend for the win. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's a major win. Like, seriously. And she doesn't just like me. She loves me. I mean, I see the way she looks at me like, dang. How do duck eggs compare to chicken eggs? Well, Muscovy duck eggs are bigger. Most duck eggs are a little bigger, but Muscovy duck eggs are definitely bigger. They're richer, they're creamier. They don't lay near as many, but then you just get more birds. Like, in my situation, they don't cost me very much at all. I feed them 3 to 4 months out of the year, about 50% of their diet. They're still foraging 50% of what they eat. Is it possible that they would live without me feeding them at all for a full 12-month period? It actually is. But they would probably struggle. So sweet, you truly deserve someone nice. Well, thank you. Ducks have to lay eggs because they're rubber ducks. Yeah, I could see that. But on the positive side, they don't really like poop anywhere and make a mess, right? Not that mine, I mean, they do. If I keep them in the coop for a long time, it gets nasty. But they just run around in the yard and the grass. There's so much area that it's really not noticeable. And finally keeping them out of the outdoor kitchen. They're big enough they can't fit through the slats around. So every time they come through the door, I just go stomping over to them, and they're like, oh, we better get out of here. But they're still super friendly. They still eat corn and whatever right out of my hand. It's awesome. It's encouraging to see you and Jen and all of your children and them working with the farm. Glad I caught the stream. Thanks. No children, but I got animal children, I guess. I'm from Iowa, ordered hat and coffee. Well, thank you. That's awesome. Any good co-op recommendations? Grounded, 100%. That is my favorite co-op game right now. The co-op games that exist, a lot of them just are not awesome. Like, I don't know. They're just... Jen is not a big video game person, so it kind of blows my mind that she, like, plays the games with me, but we've tried a lot of them. Some of them were just kind of like, eh. You know, but I'm really picky about my games too, so we'll get to playing something, she's not digging it. Usually I'm not digging it either. I'll try 20 games and only like 1 out of all 20. It's just the way I am. I'm super picky. But we found Grounded. Grounded is awesome. Haven't gotten to the ending yet. We've got 70 hours in the game. 70 hours in the game. We're on day 96 or something. We're playing it on mild or easy mode or something like that. But again, she's not a gamer. I didn't want to make it, to be something that would be like just overly frustrating. Anytime she walks out, she just dies. Like, but it's actually it's decently challenging even on that easier mode. I wish the attacks and hordes were stronger, but we'll see what happens when we get done with this playthrough. We might take a break and then go back at it, play it in a harder mode. And then, because we really don't have to set up barriers and the traps, and so we're missing like an aspect of the game playing it on this easy. But we're having a ton of fun. The spiders and grounded men, yeah. Tell you what, I've played enough of that game. Every time I see a spider around here, like my mind almost thinks back to Grounded before it thinks reality. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, dude, that's a wool spider. It's gonna take me out. It's like, no, I'm like 500 times bigger than him. I can take him out, and then I remember I like spiders and I don't take him out. Mario Kart. We're gonna play Mario Kart. When you went to the jewelry store, was it for a ring for Jen? No, it was not. We were just there. We were totally looking at rings though. I didn't buy a ring. We checked out rings. Will I buy her a ring sometime? I would imagine so. But neither of us are really into the whole traditional processes in a relationship. The official engagement, the marriage, the signing of the government paperwork, the guy in the suit, the wearing the dress and walking down aisles. It's just not, neither of us are really into it. And so since we're both totally on the same page with that, like, it's probably not going to happen. Almost most definitely not going to happen. We got a good relationship, and none of those steps will somehow improve our relationship. The rice throwing. Yeah, I'll probably put it, I mean, she likes to wear rings, and I'll probably get her a ring. Like, I actually kind of have an idea. It's not exactly going to be a proposal, but I kind of got an idea for how to give it to her. You guys will see. But yeah, it's not going to be like, getting down on one knee and will you marry me, because I'm not going to ask her to marry me because we both decided we don't want to do the official marriage thing. In my mind, like, I'm already married to her. Like, the level of commitment's that high, and in her mind, like, she's as committed to me as she possibly can be. So have Minion carry it. That would make a phenomenal video, no question about that. Have Minion take her the ring. It's quite likely I will. That'd be pretty cool. Ask her if she'll be your Jen. I could. She already is my Jen. But yeah, I've got some ideas. I pretty much got it figured out already, actually. How many cups you drink of coffee? Usually no more than 2 a day. Just finished the first one of the day. I have one usually mid-morning. I'm way behind on my day, but it doesn't matter because it's Saturday. But yeah, Saturdays I do nothing except feed the animals and all the minimum stuff. But I take the day off. I do pretty much nothing. And I mean, every time Saturday comes around, like especially Fridays, I push so hard on Fridays and I just get totally exhausted. And by the time Saturday comes, I'm just like, so I need the day. What kind of music do you like? Folk metal music. You played It Takes Two. We did play that. That was fun. We enjoyed that. Not nearly as much as we're enjoying Grounded, but a wooden ring with flowers carved into it. Be kind of cool. Some semi-precious, is that what that says? Semi-precious crystals. 7 Days to Die. I have hundreds of hours in 7 Days to Die. I'm very familiar with that game. Jen probably would like it. That game, that game in some ways was frustrating, and it's not. Grounded is the most intuitive open world game multiplayer co-op that I've ever played. Um, the crafting, everything, like 7 Days to Die feels clunky. It's just a steeper learning curve, and Grounded is the absolute perfect co-op game. If you ever want to introduce your significant other or anybody else, any friend, whatever, to like a co-op open world game, I would highly recommend Grounded. Once you learn that game, you can probably proceed to stuff like 7 Days to Die and not feel like it's so bad. But I haven't played 7 Days to Die in forever. They may have made improvements. Did you play Grounded solo? Yeah, you sure can. Sure can. Did I say folk metal? I did say folk metal. I like symphonic metal too, some of it. Pirate metal. I like some of the songs by Ailstorm. What do you think of German beer? I like German beer. And Jen does too, at least the one I had her try. She really liked it. It was, I believe she said it was her favorite beer, like, favorite beer she's tried. This is a dark lager. And she does not like beer. Like, she drinks, her go-to is pretty much Spotted Cow. It must be absolutely cold. She'll drink Miller Lite too. But she said if she was given the option to choose between those, that she would have chosen that dark lager we had. Where's Lord Minion? He's chilling on a chair. I'm fighting a sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. I hate sneezing. Waste of time. You heard Mongolian folk metal like The Who? Yes, yes. I've heard The Who anyway. I haven't heard the other two. The Who has a wolf totem. The song's called Wolf Totem. I really liked that. The whole throat singing thing. That was pretty cool. Shot on the coffee, mine just finished. Awesome. Sneezing is liberating. Yeah, liberating the boogers maybe, but listen, my body worked hard to create those boogers. I'd like to leave them up there, you know? Smell thick cloth to avoid it for a bit. Minion, Nate, and wifey, what's up on the grind? How's it going? Man, it is just hot out here. I'm just like dripping. I'm wearing like some crazy, like super thin, like the shirt is like filled with micro holes and everything. I actually have a couple wool sleeveless shirts. Have you ever seen me wearing like a gray sleeveless shirt that's obviously not a t-shirt cut off? It's actually made of merino wool. I love them things. I only have like 2 of them. They were expensive. But man, they keep me cool. Minion almost got bitten by a snake. Almost. He's had one strike at him. Just a black snake. Nothing that was going to be an issue. Finished my coffee myself. It's going good. Hot outside in New Mexico too. Oh, I bet. But you guys are always about being hot out there. Maybe not. Don't you have like desert and it can get kind of cool sometimes? I don't know. I know nothing about out west. I shouldn't even talk. But I know you guys don't have the humidity out there, but you kind of make up for it by having like 110 degree days, which is kind of crappy. 113 today. There you go. Yeah, last night it quote cooled down. It was 78 degrees with 80% humidity, and as soon as you moved to do anything, you were just drenched in sweat and felt so hot. I hardly ever run the air conditioner at night. I mean, hardly ever. I need my body to be conditioned to the heat, because if I'm going to accomplish anything, I must work when it's hot. And yeah, it didn't help I was running my computer in there. The computer's generating heat. It heats up the camper. Then I turn on the air conditioning, and then I'm really pushing through yeah, really pushing through electric. But I'm like, whatever, I don't care. As long as I don't like, repeatedly do that and repeatedly have cloudy days. But I am repeatedly having the cloudy day thing. I'll still be fine. I can still run a generator if I really want to. I actually need to run that generator. I like to run it about every 4 months. Um, just push some fuel through it, get it good and warmed up, push out any moisture that may have gotten in there. Hot in the day, cold at night. Yeah, there you go. So, like, if you guys, if I lived out there, like, I'd totally, and I'm probably gonna do it here too, but I'd build some kind of house with thermal mass, like, hold that coolness throughout the day, and then hold that heat as it gets cold at night, and just slow that heat change down. And I'm probably gonna end up with a concrete house myself. Brother loved a hat. That's awesome. Wait to be mostly off grid next year or so. New adventure. Awesome. Still hot at night. Yeah. Okay. Today hasn't been raining finally. Cool. I actually need a bit of rain here. Need a little bit of rain. Why concrete? Well, I like ICFs, insulated concrete forms. The insulation is incredible. They're, those houses are extremely resistant to fire. Everything inside can burn, but they resist hurricanes and stuff. The Will Guy, serving Central Texas area, chilling with Minion. Well, thank you for the super chat. Texas made. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You like 90s rock? I can. Yeah, I listened to a lot of that when I was in my teen years. Love how I can't ever find anything. What's going on, man? There we go. Earth shipbuilding is really cool. You know about that? I do know about that. I was a contractor for like 7 years, and 9 years before that, I worked for a construction company. Like, I have the knowledge I need to build a house and the experience to do it efficiently. So, alternative construction for me, I just understand conventional construction so well. I don't need to try to learn a totally different method of building when I already know one, if that makes sense. And most of those other methods of building are extremely labor intensive. And you're still buying sand or different things. Like all I really have is like red clay, which I could buy sand and mix with and do stuff, but yeah, it's very labor intensive. Duck eggs taste better than chicken eggs. I agree. What was the most difficult thing to build on the homestead? It was probably the solar. That's probably what It wasn't really difficult. Once I got started, it was fine. But I spent hundreds of hours researching it before I did. And then people message me all the time. They're like, "Hey, I want to build solar. Can we pay you for an hour or so for you to consult and then tell us how to build ours and design ours?" And I'm like, it took me hundreds of hours to figure out mine. Now, granted, I started at a place where I didn't know as much as I wanted, but I can't set up somebody else's and give them advice and get paid for it. And then when their system burns up because they crossed wires, they can sue me. Like, I can't. Like, I can put out how I built mine, and that's all I can do. If you want to build your own solar, you really need to really, really understand it before you do it. And that way you can maintain it and diagnose if there's an issue and all that stuff. There's a link for your shop. It's not in your YouTube About page. It should be. But it's narrowwayhomestead.com with one W. So if you think of 3 words, Narrow Way Homestead, it's Narrow Way Homestead. shop link. I don't even know if I can type in here. Can I type in here? No, I don't think I can. That's crazy. Early, I set my alarm and slept through it to come to this live. Oh man, very cool. Traditional construction has options for alternative benefits, waterproof, allergen proof. Yeah, there's, you know, building conventionally doesn't mean just one method. You can copy the link and paste it in here. I can't even figure out how to type in here. I can't even bring up my. Yes, I'm on social media. Yes, I have over 500,000 people following me on YouTube. No, I don't understand some of the very basic things of using social media. It's hysterical. Yet here I am on it anyway. Your online sales have Minion tags added. No, they don't, but anything that benefits me always benefits Minion too. I do have a place where people leave tips and stuff, and oftentimes people will leave a tip and then send a message and be like, this is the Minion tags. I should actually sell Minion tags. I should make it an item and sell Minion tags on the site. It'd be the only thing where you could voluntarily add some sort of tax to your cart if you wanted to. That would be funny. And somebody would probably get upset and be like, you're just trying to get extra money. And I'd be like, well, people like to pay the Minion tax, and if they don't have to add it to the cart. But I don't really get that many haters here on YouTube. TikTok's a little different, but they don't bother me either. Sometimes it's actually been so little drama over there that like I have ideas for hater response comments, and I have to go look and find a hater response. And it's like I scrolled through like 3 videos and 500 comments, and I can't find a hater comment. Like I really need a specific one because this video would be so fun and entertaining and awesome. And then when I find one, I'm like, all right, we got fun. Totally should. I totally should. Yeah. I just thought about that. Like, yep, got to put the Minion tax on there. Bunch of haters, you're fantastic, and the way you take care of your animals. Well, thank you. Minion is slowly growing a multi-billion-dollar kingdom. I'll happily pay the tax to contribute. Awesome. Awesome. I have so much fun with Minions content. It's truly the most fun content I make. Like, I love to educate and show what I'm doing and just generally entertain people. But Minions videos are just straight up fun to make. Like, it's very rare that I make a video and then I go to it to respond to comments or something, the video's playing. And like, usually I'm like pausing it. I'm like, shut up, Nate. I know what you said. Like, you know, just stop. You know, I edited the video, I made the video, I voiced over the video, like I already know. But some of Minions videos, I'll just let play 2 or 3 times and just grin and smile every time. I'm like, this is so cool. And it kind of surprises me because I actually made the video, but I feel like, I don't know, I have some sort of pride in some of the videos I make of Minion. Like I feel like I made art or something. Minion has fans, my kids love him. It's time to introduce Minion plushies. I've been working on that. It's gonna happen. It's just, yeah. With everything I've got going on, it's definitely been a struggle to make some of that actually come to pass. It's gonna happen though. Minion's 100% good boy, definitely. They're pretty engaging videos. That's awesome. You get a, that's good. Yes, you can. Minion is your ambassador of cute. Yes. Where's Minion using all of Minion's minutes? Minion is chilling out on the chair, relaxing. Minion plushies can be the tax. That could be. That could be. Minion might think you're a little nuts, but he loves you. Pets probably think Minions are as dumb as dirt, or humans are as dumb as dirt. Yeah, they probably do. My husband walks around the home saying that's good all damn day now. Oh man, I apologize about that. I don't know how that saying got to be so catchy. I said it a couple times and people just reacted and just loved it. And so I just kept saying it and then people kept loving it more and it just became a thing. The stream is emitting good vibes. Awesome. That is exactly what I want it to be like. You know what? I think I missed a super chat. Did I miss that one? I don't think I responded to that. Eveski 1990. What are some of the first steps you took to start homesteading? My wife and I are trying to go that route. How much did you save? Did you have to save before you could go that route? So the first steps I took homesteading was figure out the area I wanted to go. And for me, the way I wanted to was to just buy a chunk of land, bring a camper there, move to an empty area, and just build everything. That's probably not what I would recommend everybody do. Like, if you can buy land with a house on it already or something, like, it'd just be way easier. But I'm not known for choosing the most easy path in life. And yeah, anyway. But yeah, I saved up enough money. Well, I sold my house, got funding from that, obviously. I lived my life ridiculously frugal for a long time, worked 80 hours a week as a contractor, saved every penny, and bought the property outright, essentially, and had enough money to live on for 2 years. And in that 2 years, I said, I'm going to figure out how to make money some way, somehow. And in 2 years, I can probably figure out a way to make money. And I had several ideas and options, and social media was one of the things I was going to try of many. But if it didn't take off, I was, going to have to move on. And I was going to do social media anyway, whether it made money or not. So, I was like, I'll do it, show what's happening. I thought it was cool. Once it really took off, I'm like, I think I can use this to actually fund what I'm doing. And it means I never have to leave. And so started a whole business on the backside of it. Obviously, you make money, from views and stuff too. You ever cut your beard? Not since I've been really trying to grow it out. I trim it a little now and then, but the easy path is a boring path, totally. Shabbat Shalom, Nate. Hope you have a great Sabbath. Well, thank you. You too. Gain of Minion research. Man. How much land did you end up getting? 102 acres. 102 acres. Long-time viewer, first-time chatter. Love the vibes of your channel. Nothing groundbreaking, but always entertaining. Happy for your growth, my friend. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Can I move in? Probably not. What restaurants do you recommend? I don't know. I went to RPM Steakhouse in Chicago. That was phenomenal. But I wouldn't recommend going there like more than once a year unless you've got a significant budget for going out to eat. I'm sure I won't even go as often as once a year, even if I end up in Chicago once a year. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have to order the most expensive item on the menu every time. That's what nailed me. But maybe in 10 years I'll try Japanese Kobe beef again. It was really good. Really good. Voice sounds like another YouTuber's voice. It might. Any tips on transitioning to homesteading? Just do it in a way that makes sense for you. So many people transition differently. Most people buy land and go visit it on the weekends, and it's kind of like a camp, and eventually get out there. Most people that do it that way never make it out there. Like, probably 95% of the people that do that, it ends up being a camping vacation spot that they visit it a couple times a year, never do anything with it. Most of the time they just don't. And I know some people that actually did that and went to it, and then they ran out of money, so they moved back to the city and still had it there, and then they just began to enjoy, their business took off, and they just kind of stayed in the city and kept it as a camping area. So they never really actually ended up homesteading other than trying it out for 6 or 8 months or something. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you don't want to homestead, sometimes you don't know until you get into it. And so if you're really not sure if it's for you, that might not be a bad way to do it. And if it turns out it's not for you, well, you got a cool camping area, or you can sell it to somebody else, or Like buying land is not a terrible way to invest your money. So, and like homesteading for me is pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. But I feel like a lot of people have an unrealistic view of what homesteading is. And so those people that think they want a homestead that try and find out it's not for them, like the cool thing is every time you buy land, like it's not a lifelong commitment to homesteading. You can totally buy land, try it. If it doesn't work out, well, what were you doing before? Go back to it. And so when you start homesteading, plan a way to go back to the life you currently have, however you're currently making money. There's absolutely nothing wrong with trying homesteading and being like, this isn't for me. But don't just go all in and then like one day you wake up and like, I don't want to homestead anymore. What am I gonna do? I didn't plan to maybe quit. Well, plan to maybe quit. Like just have in the back of your mind that you just might want to not do it. And like with me, like I planned for that. Turns out I totally love it. I love everything about it. And you know, I still had a plan to basically go back to my previous life, being a contractor, living in a more populated area. Still a backup plan if something really crazy happens, but there's not very many things that would drive me back to do that. How much money do you make a year? I have no idea. It is so hit and miss. It is doing what I do for a living, selling products online, doing social media. Like it is up and down. It's like very wavy. More so than when I was a contractor and self-employed. It was, even though it was still hit or miss, like I still had ups and downs. These ups and downs are insane. Like I've done really really good in a month, and then like the next 4 months were all bad months, and it's like, well, thankfully I did really good. And what did I do? Did I go out and buy brand new vehicles and spend lots of money on stuff? No. I said I'm going to hang on to this in case the next months aren't good. And social media can totally disappear too. It can go. But yeah, I can tell you, the first 2 years of social media were definitely well below the poverty level. No question about it. This year is looking to be significantly better. What does Jen think about you getting famous? I don't know. I don't like. She thinks it's cool. She thinks it's awesome that it like worked out this way. I actually met Jen through TikTok. So like I was already somewhat famous when she followed me, and she followed me for well over a year before we really had any kind of even conversation. She was a moderator on my channel, and just like when I'm on lives like this, TikTok's crazy. Like I got 180 some people in here, which is cool. TikTok was often 800, 1,200 people, like, so I need moderators to really watch the chat. So she got to know me as I was getting famous. But I don't know. I hate saying I'm famous. It annoys me. But then people keep saying, you are famous. Quit denying it. It's like, fine, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I just want to be Nate. But Nate can be Nate whether he's famous or not, right? TikTok is crazy. Totally crazy. Here to pledge my allegiance to Lord Minion. Awesome. Minion appreciates it. Can you give any recommendations to starting to sell online, products, platform? Yeah, I can. If you're going to sell a product, it really depends on who you are. Some people can just sell any product to anybody. I am not that person. I am not a natural salesman. I cannot take something and sell it to you guys. Like, I have to be really passionate about the product. So I sell coffee. I sell beard care products. Hats with cool lights in them. I love these products. It's the only way I can sell them and market them. Um, so it depends on your personality. Some people can just grab something random from China, mark it up 200%, and throw it online and be like, guys, this is so cool. That's not me. I can't do that. As far as platforms, I use Shopify. I've been happy with it. A lot of people use Etsy or other third parties that really, really control and dominate, but they can, and Shopify can too. step in and just like hold your funds and do some stuff. But other platforms are far more likely, like Etsy has a policy and they often withhold 75% of funds from everything coming in if you've had a couple returns. And like if I don't deliver on a product when I sell on Etsy, or if the customer's not happy, they can put strikes against your account. In Shopify, that really doesn't happen. So as long as you're a good seller, and your customers don't all get upset at you, um, you can get away with it. But customers can just be kind of the way they are too. My policy is if somebody's not happy, I just refund them and take the loss. Like, whatever. Like, they get something, they're not happy with it, I let them return it, even though officially, like, but I want every single customer to be happy. And if they're, customers have gotten free items and a full refund. Not many though. And that's the key, is to have enough happy customers, and there's enough normal people that just are cool. But hopefully some of that helps. Appreciate that you're truthful about what your endures. Well, thanks. Yeah, even if I, wasn't a person that tried to be honest, even still, I don't think, because like if I'm not passionate about something, I just can't go on about it. Like, I just can't. Hello from Australia. You ever owned a bunny rabbit? No, I actually never have. I had some family that had them though. You have cats for rodent control? Yep, I have 2 cats specifically for rodent control. That is their primary function. They're also cute and adorable and awesome. I'm actually a cat person. I tend to like cats more than dogs. Minion somehow is totally an exception and just has. He is absolutely my favorite animal. What's up, man? Watch you every day. Great work. Thanks. Oh, man. It's so nice to have a day off and just chill and relax for a bit. I've been so busy, like, the past while. I just haven't even. I mean, you guys know, I haven't even done YouTube lives. Like, just too busy. Just got to do things. I'm chilling and relaxing. I'm like, you know what? I'll go hang out with the people on YouTube for a bit. Watch every single video you post. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Saber is completely healed right now. Yep. There's no evidence that he was ever injured anymore. You play any first-person shooter games? I've played a lot of Counter-Strike. I started with Counter-Strike. What do they call it? Counter-Strike 1.6, and then Counter-Strike Source came out. Once Counter-Strike Go came out, I kind of stopped playing. But I've probably got thousands of hours in Counter-Strike. Fun game. How off the grid are you, Nate? I'm basically technically off the grid. So I produce my own power, my own water, my own utilities. As far as like paying taxes and stuff, I do all that, but that's really not in the dictionary definition of being off the grid. It's not registered at all. There is terms like on the lam or hermit or something that would better describe folks that actually try to live in a way that they have no footprint, like gray man. Some of those terms fit better. Oh, I'm getting hit on in the chat, guys. It's just Jen says, well, hello, hottie. What's up, baby? Yes, that is my girlfriend, but you guys can totally tell on me to my girlfriend if you want that I was talking to some super hot girl in my chat. Gun you have the most kills on in CSGO. Be the bullpup. Totally. Would you like to ever be 100% self-sufficient for food? Yes and no. I'd like to be 100% capable of being self-sufficient for food, and I'm already there. I would not starve to death if, like, somehow my property was the only thing that existed and everything else disappeared, and, like, as long as, like, the sun still exists and all that, like, But, you know, I'd spend a ton of my time making sure I have the food and the proper nutrients I need, and making sure, you know, I've got to gather food for my ducks and, you know, store that for the winter. I don't ever want to have to do that, because if I have to do that, life's probably not that fun. So it's kind of one of those things that'd be super cool, but, you know, in reality, like, what would drive me to do that wouldn't be that awesome. I enjoy, you know, getting a steak from somewhere without raising my own cattle and putting up my own hay. And, like, I'm one person. When Jen moves out here, I'll be two people. Like, that's a lot of work just to, because I like beef and want to provide it. Everyone occasionally has cravings for outside sources. Exactly, that's it. Yep. And so I'll never really be self-sufficient unless something really bad happens. So, but am I capable and ready to do it? Yep. Do I want to do it? Not completely. I'm happy with gathering. I'd like to get to a point where 90% of my food is coming from here. That'd be really cool. I'm not, honestly, not that far off. But while I'm actually trying to build up infrastructure, I don't have the time to invest in the food part. Jen is the best. She's always supporting you, even on lives. Totally. Totally. Yep, always. She's super supportive. The city steaks are worth the trip sometimes. Exactly. Yep. I don't like asking again, but have you heard of my home country, Lithuania? I have heard of it. Do I know anything about it? No. I do not. What has been the most difficult part of your new life? Probably the fact that I always take on too much. But, like, it's just a personality thing. I always take on basically more than I can handle, and somehow manage to handle all of it just barely. And so I just push myself really hard to do many, many things. And it drives me nuts. And the whole thing, like, can overwhelmingly become difficult. But I need to, once I get that house built, like, I need to find a way to just not keep taking on so much stuff. Not do too much. You overwhelm yourself. I do. That is literally my thing. Like, I overwhelm myself. And, like, I hired Jen to help me out. And she does tons of stuff for me. She reposts my content for me. She handles customer support. Like, she does so many things. And what do? Be like, cool, now I can get more stuff done. And I pile myself full of more stuff, put more demands on myself, and I'm just as busy and stressed as ever. That's nonsense. But yeah, but, like, what's the alternative to that? Like, being lazy? Like, I need to just a little bit, just back off from that. But, like, it's a personality trait. But I'll get there. I'll get there. In the meantime, there's nothing wrong with, like, accomplishing many things. Like, there's nothing wrong with not being lazy. But yeah, I do need to back off. And I see a path and a way to back off. Bigfoot graphics in the house. I totally missed my opportunity. Those little duckling hats you sent me. I totally missed my opportunity to put it on those the first batch of ducklings. But I got more ducklings, and I got your hats. I'm gonna try. I've got some other wild and crazy and unexpected stuff coming up in the next couple weeks that's going to, yeah, it's just unexpected stuff, and it's going to kind of change my plans and change the videos I can do. And but yeah, got his back 100%. Things will change when I'm out there. Yep, she does. And yeah, when she's out here, maybe she can get me to not do so much crazy stuff all the time. I don't know. Everybody's like, Jen's changing you, and I'm like, maybe I can get Jen to just help change me just enough. Like, She's not changing me. She's like, you do whatever you want to do. I'm like, that's cool. And help me want to do some stuff that's a little better for me and a little healthier for me. I need some guidance sometimes. Jen and Nate make an awesome team. Definitely. It'll be different crazy stuff. Yeah, I am sure. I'm sure it'll be different crazy stuff. Jen and Nate are absolutely adorable together. Thank you. Today is Canada Day. Oh, happy Canada Day. Hopefully you guys get those fires to calm down a little bit and things get a little more peaceful up there in that way. Because the smoke down here is not awesome, but your actual country being on fire is probably way worse. And you guys, of course, obviously have the smoke too. We'll be able to see Lord Minion with a tiny fishing pole. Hopefully. Once Jen's out here, I might be able to have more time to do stuff with content, which might mean that, you know, I could get a little fishing pole for Minion and set him up and set something up where he can catch a fish, because he can hold it in his mouth. I just don't have the time to make some of the fun videos I'd like to make. Both amazing people. Glad you found each other. Thanks. You have the floor plan design for the new house? No, I've just started looking at floor plans. And I'm just gonna look at different ones that are out there, and I'll see one I kind of like, and I'll modify it to suit my needs, because no floor plans have like a wood stove in them centrally heating the house, and like are planning for like doors to be close and a straight shot and where the firewood's gonna go. Like none of that exists. I mean, it might, but not easy to find, and I can design my own without too much difficulty. Bring Minion fishing if possible. Minion's probably gonna get to go fishing. I'm gonna get to go fishing. Jen's gonna teach me how to fish, because I don't know anything about fishing. Jen knows more about fishing than I do, no question. I used to go fishing with my friend. He had a boat for a summer, but we didn't really fish. We just drowned worms. We never caught a thing. I don't know how you live that life, dude. I've been digging a pond for a month or two, and my... Oh, it trailed off. Yeah, it's quite the life. Gotta get back to work. Nice chatting with you, Nate and Jen. Have a relaxing day off. Thank you. You ever gotten bit by a spider or a snake? I've never been bit by a snake. I have been bit, well, obviously by like random spiders, but I have been bit by a brown recluse. That was terrible. That was an awful 2 weeks. I felt so bad. Like, when I get sick, I push through sickness. When you get bit by something like that and you've got those toxins in you and you try to push through it, basically, you cannot push through it. Like I did, and the next day I was so miserable, and all I did was like measure some stuff, and like I was putting a solar array together and like spacing out poles and planning where stuff went, and man, I was so miserable the next day. It was like having the flu, but as soon as you like did anything, it made your condition worse. Like as in like did anything, as in like walk outside, pick up 6 2x4s and walk them 50 feet and set them down. That would set me back for the whole next day. How do you know exactly where your land borders are? Are they marked out? Yeah, I do have posts marked out. There was a survey. There were several surveys done. My land is actually in 5 different parcels, and so like different surveys for each of them. Some of them are back to the 80s. One of them, I believe, from like 2018 or something. Family-friendly channel. That's right. That's right. Back home. I am back home. And it is hot and sticky here. It's hot and sticky. But yeah. It's my day off. I was kind of thinking, I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I'll jump on YouTube and say hi to all the people. What's for lunch? Nothing. I don't eat lunch. I ate supper, though. I have no idea what's for supper. I usually decide last minute. Still more of that chicken in the woods mushroom. I do. Yep. I've used over half of it that I had. I've used a lot of it. Um, I should, I don't know. In some ways, I'm like, I should just get it all used up because come September-ish is the harvest time for it again. But that stuff's really hit or miss. It can just decide not to come back for a year or two. It so depends on the humidity and all kinds of factors. I may not get much more. I almost always get some. But I've picked chicken of the woods all over here, and last year that log exploded. I got 26 pounds off of it before I cleaned it. But all the other places I had found chicken of the woods, none that year. How many new ducklings? 8 of them. 8 of them. Southwest Georgia here. Peanut butter putt for sure. Yeah, it's sticky. It's so sticky. Oh, maybe I can do something. Oh, where'd it go? Where did it go? I was gonna show Jen. She put that hummingbird feeder up. And it was just a hummingbird. By the time I moved my phone, poof, gone. Disappeared. And fine, we'll show Minion then. We'll show Minion. One of the ducklings didn't make it. There were only, well, they're new ducklings. I've got, see, these guys aren't ducklings anymore. I still have 10 of these. But only 8 of the 12 eggs hatched out of the newest ones. But these guys are no longer ducklings. These guys are ducks. On the right is a fully grown one, and on the left and also further away is one of the new ones. Let him sleep or you'll be sorry. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be sorry. Gonna get his tail. Gonna get his tail. Should I get his tail? Should I get his tail? Should I get his tail? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I won't get his tail. I won't get his tail. I'm so sorry. Don't tear me up, please. Don't tear me up. Never seen a brown recluse in Heart of Dixie. They're not easy to see. They're called recluses for a reason. Happy, happy tail. It's actually pretty good results. It is. It's pretty typical for Muscovies to be quite successful with their eggs. Incubating them, definitely not, but big yawn. Lord Minion requires rest. Lord Minion's just hot. I really want to run an air conditioner, but I ran an air conditioner last night, plus played computer games, and I'm not making a lot of power today, which will be fine, but I'm also going to not make a lot of power tomorrow either. What's going on? People calling me. Hey, mans. Lord Minion is charging. Yes, he is. I don't know. He might be close to a full charge. Doing good, mans. We're doing good. Mm-hmm. Can we do that funny yawn again? You want to do that funny yawn? Let's try. Earlier in the stream, I got him to do a yawn while he made noise. I'm kind of trying to figure out if I can get him to do it on command. And if I kind of mess with his face a little bit, he'll do one of two things. He'll tear my head off and be upset. Oh, we didn't do the sound though. That was good. You did so good. That was a good yawn. That was good. That was good. Good yawning. I'm gonna have to come up with a word command for it and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with a word command for it. I'll have to come up with a word command. Do you support LGBTQIA plus rights? I don't even fully know what that stands for, but basically what people do in their bedrooms is their own business. I don't get involved. I don't go around telling people what to do in their bedrooms. That would be so rude. Good boy, you did the yawn. That was good. Hey, Minion, a small fan, please. I do have a fan for him. He doesn't really like fans. He can totally go out in the wind. But yeah, I don't care what people do in their bedrooms. I have enough of my own personal problems to like worry about. Like, you guys do what it is that you see fit. Gluing my lips closed. Oh man. Minion has 3 million fans. Minion, you have 3 million fans. You've got lots of fans. Almost has 2 million on TikTok, 1.8 million. The trip looked fun. Glad to see you back at home. It was fun, and I am glad to be back home. Except for I really missed Jen. But Jen was here both at the beginning of the trip and the end of the trip, which was super cool. This live stream I made it to. Love the vids. Support for Minion. How did Minion act on his first ATV ride? Well, not a whole lot different than he acts now, but back when we lived in the city, I had motorcycles, and Minion has, I don't know, 5 years of experience riding motorcycles. He's ridden on both of the motorcycles I had. And anytime I go for a ride, I'd strap Minion on the gas tank in his own little special seat. You upside down. Here, show the teeths. People like to see the teeths. Show the teeths. Teeths. Always teeths. Look at the teeths. They're cute little teeths. Minion is upset with me now. So quit messing with my teeth. Yes, I call them teeth, not teeth. Oh, look at the teeths. There they is. Big scary teeth. Yeah, he's gonna tear me up. You gonna tear me up? You can tear me up with those teeths? How about these teeths? Oh, look at that teeth. Not too shabby for a 10-year-old dog. Not too bad. Teethers. They could be teethers. Are they teethers? What are they, Minion? What are they? Did you need to yawn? Whoa, don't fall off during your stretching. Yeah, hi. What you doing? Minion. Why are you just staring off at the ground? Hi. How's it going? Oh, what a big yawn. Did you yawn? Yawn, yes. I'm going to say yawn every time you do that, so you associate the word with the yawning. And then when I tell you to yawn, you might yawn. And it'd be cute if you can yawn on command. Oh, what a big yawn. Good boy. Good yawning. Did you yawn? Was that a yawn? That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. That was very good. Very good yawn. Yep, we might work on a yawning command. Sit. Putting your butt in the air and your front legs down is definitely not sitting. Sit. Oh, did you see that side eye you just gave me? Sit. Oh, he's so funny. It's like, I don't want to. Sit. It's like, no, please. Minion, sit. No. 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 See how he does an extra wiggle? He's like, no, I don't want to. You're so stubborn. You know what I want you to do. Sit. Yeah, good boy. That was so good. That was so good. Okay, you can be down. You can be down. No, you don't want to be down. Do you? There you go. That was good. He does what he wants. He runs the show. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah. He is a very difficult dog to train to do anything because he is so stubborn. So stubborn. Folks' existence isn't relegated to the bedroom. Apathy noted. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I don't care what you do, not in the bedroom either, but whatever. I don't know enough about the topic. I stay off the controversial subjects, but I let people live how they want to live. Even if they want to be rude and come in here and ask questions and then be not happy with an answer when I said they could do what they wanted, I'll still let you hear. I'll still let you talk. It's part dachshund. It's totally part dachshund. Most definitely. People can be people. Yeah, pretty much. You know, there's pretty much a issue with a person, and yeah. There's pretty much an issue with a person when you tell them they can do what they want and it's not the answer they wanted to hear. Like, I'm not going to bow down and worship anybody's particular beliefs on anything. And that might be what that individual wants me to do, and I'm not going to. Doesn't matter what the beliefs are. Even if I agree with the beliefs, I'm still not going to. Yeah, no. Even if I don't agree with the beliefs, like none of it matters. Like I could be like, yeah, just doesn't matter. Yeah, they're just ignorant, do stupid stuff, but if they want to keep sending me money, that's okay. Do what you want. Just do what you want. Trolls will be trolls. That's right. Yes, Minion. Yes, Minion. Yeah, I get that on TikTok a lot too. I've responded actually in somewhat detailed in a video like probably 6 months ago or something. But yep. People just like to stir up strife and controversy. Animals could speak. Dog could be a blundering, outspoken fellow, but the cat would have the rare grace of never saying a word too much. That's right. Thank you for bringing me solace and joy even in dark times. You, Minion, Jen, all of you. Well, thank you. Yeah. Let them send money. Yeah, definitely. I had somebody come in here going crazy about like skin color too a while back, and he kept sending super chats saying something about, you know, basically really liking people of a certain skin color. And of course, it's the skin color I have, and just really liking it. And eventually, it just kind of became obvious that, like, it must be some kind of racist that just only likes people with a certain skin color. And I was like, that's so dumb. But I guess if you want to send funding and help me build the homestead, and I'm just going to happily be like, hey, I love people of all colors, and that's still going to be my message. And, you know, if somebody, it's the same with, you know, somebody who has a certain lifestyle or orientation. It's like they're still people. They need to be treated with respect. You know, people, regardless of their beliefs, regardless of colors, regardless of any of that, like treat people with respect and love and kindness. Agree or disagree, respect and love gotta be shown to every human being. So bizarre. Some people are weird. They are. Mostly what people try to do is they try to like compile, like do that, take screenshots and clips and hope to put together some kind of out of context video proclaiming somebody's position to be something else. So I'm always fairly aware of that when I respond to them, because I know they're going to take whatever clips and quotes I say and try to grab them out of context, upload them somewhere, start a big controversy. But of course, you know, this is recorded. I have the original clip. If somebody puts me into controversy, gets it to go big on the internet, I can publish my entire response, clarify it, and I'll get lots of views, and it'll be good for my account. Sad to see you won't stand up for marginalized people. Look, I don't even understand most political, religious, social positions. I don't even understand them enough to really be able to comment on them one way or the other. I just don't. Like, I'm busy out here I'm busy out here putting up firewood. Why's my hand shaky so much? Putting up firewood, all that stuff. Like, I got stuff to keep me alive to do. I don't have time to study the lifestyle choices of other people. Not my problem. Not my issue. But I wish them the best happiness and success that their life and lifestyle can bring them. That's it. I gotta put your car on tighter, mins. It's getting loose. Getting a little bit loose. Oh, now I made it too tight. I gotta be able to fit a couple fingers. Couple fingers in there. Disagreement with human rights isn't an option. No, I agree. Humans have rights, definitely. You've got the freedom to live your life in the way you choose. And I hope nobody tries to oppose that, which I know people do. And I'm sorry people are rude and ignorant to your community and your lifestyle choices. Yeah, literally trying to stir the pot. Hey, don't discriminate. That's my motto. I don't. Like, do what you want. Do what makes you happy. Come into a live of somebody's dog being crazy. Like, I'm just hanging out with Minion. Just hanging out with Minion. Minion fully charged. He's looking pretty charged. He is. How about you sit? How about you sit? How about you sit? It's Minion's preferred firearm. I don't know. He actually kind of likes firearms. He likes loud noises. Loud noises. Minion. Minion. You just flip up. You're funny. You're funny. Anyways, about those dogs, right? Thank you for bringing me solace and joy even in dark times. Oh, I already read that one. Well, thank you again for the super chat. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. What have you been up to all day, Nate? Nothing. Not a thing. Well, other than taking care of the animals. That takes some time. Hey, Mans. Mans. Means Duckling Arm is taking over YouTube? Probably. You know, literally brought this innocent man chilling with his dog into a controversial convo. Pretty much. And I didn't say anything that they liked. And I don't think I said anything that they really disliked either. They just want to be upset. It's okay. You can be upset. You can dislike me for not making your orientation my life's work. I'm just trying to live in the woods and burn firewood. But yeah, you want to go make a whole big political movement and stuff? Go for it. Go for it. Do your thing. Do your thing. Close to the 4th of July. Any plans for it? There is a plan for fireworks. There is. There is. Yeah, I've got more criticism for people that have a religious idea that they need to run around and just aggressively go after people that are living a lifestyle that, yeah, meet their beliefs. It's like, well, they don't have to meet your beliefs, but leave them alone. Don't bother them. Let them live their life. Yep, me and Minion just trying to exist. I wish everybody could peacefully coexist, but it's not possible. So I just worry about me. I just try to peacefully coexist. I can only control me anyway. Said nothing negative. Stayed neutral, and if that's not okay. Yeah, no, me staying neutral to some people is not enough. Like, look, I support what you want to do. Go for it. Do it. As long as you're not hurting anyone. Yeah, I'm pretty, like, yeah, I'm really, like, what consenting adults do with other consenting adults, like, that ain't none of my business. That's up to you. You know, you want to go on some sort of child murdering rampage, I'm going to have a tremendous issue with that. But thankfully, people are not advocating for, like, big school shootings or anything. Those people are pretty much demonized in our society, and that's good. Will you ever do meet and greets when you travel? Yes, yes, I will. I did not at all on this trip, but I've done 4 meet and greets this year in Wisconsin. And I wasn't going to do any more on this trip just because I was busy. Just wanted to chill. I needed a chill trip. And I'm an introvert, so meeting people is just not a chill experience for me. It's fun, it's cool, but eventually they're going to figure out I don't have corn in my hands. But in the meantime, they're going to be super adorable. Yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Ouch. That is not a real spider. Ouch. Stop. Stop chewing. Yep. 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 Oh. When are you and Jen getting married? We are not planning to actually get married. Ooh. You've got a hard bite, mister. We have an entire video dedicated to our relationship. We do. And we'll probably have to do another one again sometime. Because people keep asking, there's a tremendous amount of new people, and they don't always go back to watch old full-length videos on YouTube. We'll do another one again sometime. And oh, we're getting bugs. We're getting bugs. Hey, I'm not a bug. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Listen, I said eventually you're going to figure out that I don't have corn. Did you just jump at my phone? Excuse me. Excuse me. Yep, to sin being the root of issues. I don't even understand your question. Hi. Hi. Oh, Em got timed out. Oh, the chat is thrilled. I didn't even understand the question. Hi. Hi. Duck, duck, duck army, that's right. Ooh. Oh, that wasp was about to have it. Oh, I think he, oh, it went down. Wasp down. Duck got him. Nailed him. He wasn't having it. Probably trying to come sting Minion. He's like, no, I'm not going to have that. I'm going to defend Minion. There'll be no wasp stinging Minion. I'll eat him. Came here for cute animals and Lord Minion and, of course, Mr. Homesteader. That's awesome. Duck Army needs tiny hats. They have tiny hats. I just haven't, with my travels and everything, and I've got a bunch of upcoming stuff that I wasn't planning on. Like, I don't know if I'm going to end with the time to make a really cool video with it, but I want to. Probably a dumb question, but is your lifestyle ideal for someone whose life goal is to be around as few people as they can? Probably. I choose to be around more people than I would have to. And I'm often not around people, and I'm an introvert. So like I enjoy being by myself. But I also like to be around people, but I get to choose when and how I am around people. And I get to choose what people I'm around. You saw Jen said that's good story or something like that. Hey, read Jen's comments. Where's Jen's comments? Probably more about getting the chat to hear how he answers and trying to get people riled up. Yeah, probably. That's probably exactly right. Someone asked you to tell them the story of Jen and Nate. Ah, I see. Yeah, the chat's rolling, and I'm ignoring my girlfriend. Scary. Man, I'm missing all kinds of stuff. IKA sent $10. Thank you for the super chat. Never been married. Seems overrated. Seems like you two have good vibes. Stay with that. Yep, definitely gonna stay with that. my channels would grow more if I'd get into controversial stuff, but like I really can't. Like I just live and let people live. So like, how can I even get into controversy? Yeah, selective reading. I do have selective reading. I like when Jen tells the story. I like to hear Jen tell the story, but I could tell the story. Actually, I partially did tell the story on this live earlier, but yeah, basically, I'm primarily on TikTok, and Jen was a moderator on TikTok for me for a long time, over a year. Um, and so, like, I would have moderator meetings and stuff, and we'd all get in a video chat and talk about stuff and whatever. And eventually, last year, I had a moderator meet and greet. I had all my mods come here to the homestead. Not all of them, but all of them that could make it. And people came from everywhere. Michelle, one of my moderators, came from Minnesota. Had some other people from Minnesota. Jen's from Wisconsin. She came. Um, Creek came from Pennsylvania. Um, Infinity came from Kentucky. Basically, we all got together, and I got to meet Jen for the first time. And I had, no thoughts at all about dating anybody at that point. Like I was not at all thinking about relationships one bit. And she came, we hung out. She was fun. She had maybe a little too much fun. Anyway, she basically just kind of told me something about like, I like you, or I got a crush on you, or you're my TikTok crush. Maybe it was. Anyway, I was like, oh, that's cool or whatever, and yeah, whatever. And then yeah, anyway, I couldn't stop thinking about her ever since. Then we got to talking and knowing each other better, and we kept our relationship like just like friends only. Like I got out of a relationship, and it wasn't a wasn't a great experience. The whole thing of getting out of it, and yeah, just didn't want. So I'm just like, let's just chill, be friends. I was like I'm like extremely skeptical of like, and I've got this whole like I had this whole list in my mind of like things that I would not be in a relationship with someone who did this, did that, thought this way, thought that way, like all that stuff. So I spent months getting to know her and what she thought on things, and I didn't really like bring them up necessarily. I just let them come up just as we got to know each other. And she like agreed with me like on all kinds of super important things, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Communicating, talking about things before they become issues, big thing. She was all about it. Like, that's cool. Um, yeah. Basically, Jen's saying we have a chance at our TikTok crushes. Yeah, I guess so. It worked out. Um, but yeah, apparently she had a crush on me for a while, and I'm all oblivious. I knew nothing about it. But if I was answering a question he doesn't see, that's cool. Do you own overalls? No, I hate overalls. Not for me. But if owning overalls is a controversial subject, then I'll say, if you want to own overalls, go for it. If you want to start some big political movement around owning overalls and wearing them, go for it. Have fun with that. Anyway, Nate is the Ritzmaster fellows. He has the wisdom you all seek. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was actually a really huge thing. Like I talked Jen up like crazy. All this stuff. None of that was like how the relationship started. Like I I revealed no Ritz until we were fully into a relationship and committed to each other. And then all of a sudden, all the stuff that like everybody does all these things to win over the girl, right? Well, I did none of that. None of that. I didn't want to win her over with flowers and gifts and all kinds of stuff, like, and just constant praise and just telling her how gorgeous she is because she's absolutely gorgeous. Well, I did none of that early on. None of it. Um, After we got in a relationship, then I let all that out. Because I didn't want to win her over just because You know, well, he's nice. He says I'm gorgeous, and like, no, I didn't want any of that to be the basis of the relationship. I want that to be the thing that just is an extra bonus and excitement and fun part of the relationship after the relationship is already there. So, friends first, kept it that way for quite a while, and I would highly recommend anybody entering a relationship do it the exact same way. The Wizard of Oz gave me a flower last week and I ate it. That's right, I did give Jen a flower and she ate it. Took a big bite out of it. It will be in a video eventually. You guys, the amount of videos I have to edit, you guys are going to see videos from like 4 weeks prior and stuff, just because by the time I get them edited and posted. Human, friend just pinged me. Appreciate the off-grid education. Minion content you make, awesome. Disheartened, but not surprised by the folks who are bigoted in the comments. Oh my, you guys are crazy. Basically, the content of this live is not anything other than somebody hanging out off-grid, talking about his dog, hanging out with Minion. That's it. That's what we do. So, that's really the subject of the live. But thank you for the super chat. We're talking about ducks, we're talking about Minion, we're talking about Jen and Nate. All that good stuff. The Wizard of Oz is funny. That is funny. Totally funny. Future Treehouse Project. No, probably no tree houses. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Does Minion have his own channel? He does on TikTok. He shares it here on YouTube with me because I have got so many social media accounts already. Like, it's too many. I can't add more. I just can't. Does he only respond if you give him money? No. I just try not to miss anybody that is going to send a gift, just because that would be rude. You use the hot tub a lot. No, I don't. I need to get it back in operation here again now. Beard is a good point, so I can grow a good Joe Dirt, but that's about it. Well, there's nothing wrong with a Joe Dirt style beard, unless you particularly don't want it. Minion, it's a helicopter. You cannot chase off a helicopter. You can try to chase off a helicopter. Win dog, win owner, win life. Thank you. Minion, come. Come. Come here. Come here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Gotta zoom way in. Minion's gonna take it out. It's pretty far away, Minion. Pretty far away. Come. Come. Minion. Come. Minion. Come. Oh, I had to use a serious voice. No. Come. Is any of you Minion? Are any of you Minion? Good boy. Good boy. That was good. You did so good. That was good. That was good. You did good. He protect. That's right. Legit one of the best folks I've seen work with dogs. Well, thank you. Yep. Minion taught me how to train dogs in some ways. Jen working overtime today. Helicopter has to pay the Minion tax now. It does. It does. He needs to come back here and drop treats. Minion will use lasers to take out those pesky planes. Love how the ducks came when he called Minion. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys are good. Guess I'm a duck trainer too. You guys are all hereby named Minions. Minions. Got your save, Dad. That's right. Good job, Minion. Did you save? Did you save me? Did you do super good? More folks should learn how to handle dogs and other animals like you do. I would agree. I disagree with the way a lot of people handle and interact with their animals. And some people are just, so over the top, like, I don't know, like, nice to them and don't really train them at all. And then they're just like brats, and the animal doesn't respect the human. And that's relationships of any kind, animal, people, whatever, have to be based on mutual respect. And in a lot of cases, I see animals that do not have a mutual respect for the human. The human thinks that that's the way it is, but it's actually not. And he's just too adorable. Yeah, he is. What do you do water-wise when it hasn't rained in a while? It really hasn't rained in a while. It is very, very dry here. We did get some rain while I was away. Not enough to make up for like the almost month of no rain. And I didn't have my water collection hooked up to collect water, but I still have, I'm down about 700 gallons probably, but it's a 2,500 gallon tank. So I'm still good. Like if it stays dry for the next 3 months, I might have to consider, doing something different. I go down another, I don't know, I go down another 500 gallons or so. I'll start conserving water and reusing all water. Water comes out of the washing machine will be saved. Like I'll start using less water by conserving and reusing water. If it stays dry for another month and I drop below a certain point. But I also have a backup water tank, an IBC tote, hooked up to the camper, and that collects water for me. Don't like rain in summer because 100% humidity, 112 degrees, right? Oh, that's crazy. You're a legend, Nate. Thank you. I don't know about all that, but thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. We having fun, Minion. $2,500 gallons of water. Yeah. Nobody's gonna be hot. Would a well be possible? It's possible. I have neighbors with wells, but my one neighbor, closest neighbor that has a well, the well isn't that good, and he actually switched to rainwater collection completely and abandoned his well. How tall am I? I don't remember. 5'10" or something. I used to be 6 foot. I was 6 foot at one point, but I totally had a injury that I'm pretty sure is what messed with me and caused me to lose some height. But I hadn't checked my height in like 15 years or something, because who's just gonna stand there and like measure their height? Like, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I'm gonna go back out and work. This is a great stream. Have a good day, Nate and Jen. Here to Lord Minion, my favorite online celeb. Minion, the Minion tax has been paid. Minion tax has been paid. Minion. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but thank you. Was it a back injury? It was. Yep, lower back. My something with my hip, and I'm pretty sure tendons were involved, and I don't know. Now I get like leg pain sometimes and whatever. Yeah, I am not the type of person to just like go on and on about like having issues. So I just, it's the body I got. I just work through it, and usually in the spring, this is like the second year in a row it hasn't happened. Usually I aggravate it really, really bad, and I'm like more or less down for like 2 weeks, like just in pain and struggle to do stuff. But this is the second year in a row I haven't aggravated it. Like the spring rush, I just get crazy and just start doing a lot more physical stuff than I did in the winter. And this year I just haven't Haven't had an issue. That's awesome. Planning to build a bigger house in the homestead? If yes, you're going to mostly build it yourself. Yes and yes, I do plan to. Actually, I've been saving this spot of land right there-ish, about where that sawmill is sitting, for a house. And that's where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to do insulated concrete forms. That's my plan. Damn, Nate, you do so much work on your land. I would have never guessed you had back issues. Respect you a lot more. Well, thanks. Yeah, and sometime I'll probably go over it. Like, it's an old work injury from like my mid-20s. What are we running about? It was just one of those things. Yeah, and did some physical therapy, and I should have had an MRI, and like, but the insurance company was all dumb, and they're like, "Oh, you seem fine," and you know, what am I? I'm 20. I'm in my mid-20s, younger 20s. I'm like, okay, yeah, I just wanted to work. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. Well, little did I know this thing was going to plague me for like the rest of my life. But yeah, someday I'll go over it and just be like, you know, if you hurt your back and think you can't homestead, well, actually, you probably can. Now, I mean, there's different degrees of hurting your back, and obviously I'm fine. But if I ever stop working and just sit for like a year and like gain some weight, I am probably going to be in so much pain and not be able to do anything. Honestly, like, being fit and active and working every day is what keeps my body from not falling apart. I have to have muscle mass to hold my ligaments together. That's how I view it anyway. Mirage are expensive. They are. More treats for Minion. Thank you. Oh, can you train ducks to listen to commands like dogs? Some. I don't know how much, honestly. But they do come really well. Here, ducks. Come on, ducks. Come on, ducks. That one in the back ain't gonna listen. These other ones will. Come on, ducks. Now they're all here. Oh, that one's coming too. She listens. Yeah, come on, ducks. Jen. Oh, Jen texted me. What'd she say? What did Jen say? What did Jen say? I love you so much. Oh, I love you too, Jen. Tremendously. Whoa. Human with the biggest super chat I ever got on this thing. Wow, thank you. Drop. See anyone being bigoted. I truly love seeing you spread so much amazing information. All the things. Why does my chat keeps jumping? Also have chronic pain. Think you're doing amazing. Keep being you. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. And sorry to hear you've got chronic pain too. That's not cool. That is so not cool. Yeah, this is the first live that ever got weird like that. That was strange. I'll probably just ignore them in the future and just totally not respond whether they did a super chat or not. I just try not to be rude. If somebody's gonna send a super chat, I like to respond. Man with a beard, you know, great ideas are born from a beard stroke. There you go. There you go. You got it. Those are heritage breed ducks. They're Muscovy ducks. Whether they're classified as the heritage breed or not, I have absolutely no idea. Except for this. This is a khaki Campbell. She's an oddball. Hi, Knight. Hi, ducks. Thank you for being the most genuine, inspirational YouTuber on the internet. Well, thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. If you had a lot of money, what would you buy? A house. Or more accurately, materials to build my own house. Beyond that, I'd probably buy another homestead and set it up as a teaching homestead for people that want to go in this lifestyle. Get some older couple that's homesteaded like for 50 years or something crazy and get them to run it. And I think that'd be a cool thing. It'd be really cool. And people can come for certain durations of time, a week to check it out, a couple months to try it out, with a agreement to come, work, learn, and then leave, and then hopefully have the information and knowledge to start their own homestead after seeing one function. You like TikTok or YouTube more? I don't know. I mean, as far as lives, I tend to enjoy the YouTube lives more. But yeah, if I have money, like the other thing I do is like obviously I have my own business. Like I would expand my business. I would bring it more of it to this area, and like I'd love to provide my neighbors and community with good paying jobs. Um, yeah, and at some point, like if I really don't have to worry about money, then like I don't care if the business is profitable or not, as long as I'd love to hire people at above the normal wage here. Definitely wouldn't be paying anybody minimum wage to do anything. I'd like to be known as the highest paying employer in the area with great benefits and all kinds of stuff. And it would take forever to get there, and it'd take a ton of money to get there. But like I only need so much money for my life. Like really, at some point, like money doesn't make you happy. Money makes some things easier. Excessive money just creates more headache than anything, because then you got to be like, oh no, I got to make sure I don't lose my money somehow. Like, it's kind of crazy. Does YouTube take money from donations from money people send you? I actually don't really know. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. More money, more problems. Yeah, something like that. I didn't move out here to make a lot of money. I actually thought I'd be making a whole lot less money, but the whole social media thing does increase it. And I'm good with that, but like my life's goal doesn't revolve around money. Like money can't make you happy. Money won't, yeah, give you peace. Money will definitely not give you peace. Oh, hi, Lord Minion. Yes, hi, Lord Minion. What's up, Minion? YouTube takes 30% of every dollar you make, super chat or not. Well, if that's true, that's crazy. But I've not taken the time to sit down and look and see how much I actually pull from it. I just come on here. I'm not doing the lives for like money. I'm just coming on here to say hi and hang out. Like, it's Saturday, it's my day off. I got some time. I'll hang out with the folks. When's Lord Minion getting hitched? Well, he's got a girlfriend. I have another mod here. You probably do have another mod in here somewhere. What's going on, Jen? What's going on? I was sewing my dog, Lord Minion. That's awesome. Who's Minion? IKEA. I don't know what that is. Welcome to the Narrowway supporter. Hey, thanks for joining the channel. Should stream on Saturdays. I refuse to like. I will sometimes, but like, if it's my day off, I just really just basically do whatever I want and try not to do anything work related. I mean, I don't edit videos for social media. I don't do video editing. I don't do voiceovers. I don't do any of that stuff. Sometimes I'll go through and read comments and stuff, but like, it's my day off, and I would hate to like mandate myself to be like, I should do a YouTube live every Saturday. Well, I don't want to do a YouTube live every Saturday. So like, yeah, it's just literally a day that I just do whatever. IKEA. Need a job. Well, I don't need one yet, but I want one. That's awesome. Yeah, when I was like 17 years old, I wanted a job really bad and I had to do school. And I didn't need one, but I really wanted one. I totally know the feeling. Just make videos for fun. And yeah, most people do. And I really do have fun with the videos, but it's become part of my work essentially, or workload, because I sell products and stuff. Like, so if I'm going to take a day off, then I pretty much take a day off from that too. And I've got 6 other days in the week that I can make videos. Like I got plenty of time for having fun making videos. Have any other tattoos? Nope, that's it. Did you graduate high school? I did graduate high school. Yep. And then I worked after that. Went right working for a custom home builder, a construction company. When are we gonna see some Minion cosplay? That'd be cool. He's doing so good, Minion. He's doing so good. Have any experience welding? I know nothing of welding. I have no experience welding. I could run over to my neighbor's anytime and he'd be glad to teach me. I have no doubt. I don't know that he's like, amazing at it, but he has welded, knows how to weld, and he's welded stuff that hasn't fallen apart, so that means something. Hi, hi, hi. Wish I had enough money to buy merch from you and other YouTube streamers I like. I hear you, and I appreciate you wanting to, but if you don't have the money, certainly don't spend it on me for sure. Get your own finances set up, and if you find yourself later on at a point where you can, go for it. If not, I just appreciate you watching my videos. Thinking about kids, is it not for you? I have no preference with kids one way or the other. Never really have. Step away for a few. Everyone be on your best behavior. Oh boy. Someone asked me, does your beard make you hot during summer? I say it does all year. Yeah, no, I haven't noticed the facial hair like physically making me hot like it. And I've had really short beards before, and you do a backflip, I'll send you $1 billion. Well, I can't do a backflip. Does Lord Minion react to other dogs with tremendous enthusiasm? Sometimes too much. Oftentimes too much. My neighbors are cousins, aunts, and uncles. That's kind of cool. Provided you get along with your family anyway, that's cool. You do a backflip, I'll give you $2 billion. You give $2 billion, and I will set up some big elaborate thing to do the backflip, and I guarantee I'll do it, and everybody in this chat will be the witness. Be like, Nate said he'd do a backflip if you send him the $2 billion first. So you send me $2 billion, I'm totally gonna do a backflip. I'll set it up. It'll be a whole stage thing. It'll be live. I'll do training to do a backflip if I need it. Like, I'll make it a whole thing. Can we see Minion again? How can you not see Minion? What are you going on about? Or Minion, I feel bad. The boy is sweating his little head off. Minion doesn't sweat. He's a doggy. He can't sweat. He could pant, though, if he was really hot. He's not. He's not quite at the point of panting. He is warm, though. But he's totally up on a chair. It's ventilated. There's a breeze blowing through here. Minion's suddenly realizing I can mess with him to the bottom of the chair, and he's suddenly not okay with that. Yeah, I can give you belly rubs while you're laying like that. How cool is that? I don't know if I've ever done this to him before. He's like, what the heck's going on? What are you doing to me? Choop, choop, choop. Choop, choop, choop. Was I messing? Yeah, I was messing. How hot is it over there? It's probably not 90. It's probably upper 80s, but the humidity is just way up. He's famous, doesn't even know it. He is famous and doesn't know it. He might know it. I don't know. I think secretly he knows stuff. You might know more than you're letting on. You might. Doop, 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 doop. Doop. Still on vacation, back home. We're all back home. Yep, vacation is over. It was a blast. I'm really thrilled to be back home. I was also thrilled to be on vacation, having fun. Cool thing was, it was actually a business trip and fully funded by one of my sponsors. It was actually beyond fully funded. It was actually a profitable endeavor, despite the funding I spent on a variety of things. It was really, really cool. How's the smoke in West Virginia today? It's actually really, really clear. You can see through that hole in the trees. Wow, I am so, when it's zoomed in that far, even sitting on a chair. But you can see, I set it down, you can't see. You can see above the pallets there. I'm gonna stop doing that. You can see the foliage beyond the initial foliage. It's really not bad. It's actually kind of hard to show how smoky or not smoky it is here, but it's totally overcast and we're expecting storms. What is going on over here? Oh, you found a tomato that I threw out. Now you're all fighting over it. By the way, ducks cannot have green tomatoes, but red tomatoes ain't too bad. You guys have issues. Yeah, you guys got issues. The rest of them are over in the garden. Better not be eating any green tomatoes. But they're just eating bugs. Time is it there, Lord Nate? Lord Nate? I'm the servant of Lord Minion. I have no idea what time it is here. Absolutely none. My phone is not showing me what time it is either. Because I'm on a live. Let me look over here. Oh, apparently it's 2:45. Live in West Virginia. Yes, West Virginia. Boston is very unhealthy air quality, super smoky. I wouldn't doubt it. Duck looks like a Tyrannosaurus for sure. Hello from Romania. What's up, Romania? That's totally cool. Got the 24-hour time. 14:43. What's going on, mans? What's going on, mans? All right. Well, Minion and I might go on a short 4-wheeler ride or something. We're gonna go chill somewhere else and jump off of here. I've totally been live on here for like 128 minutes, which is super cool. Minion, I'm showing the Minion. Yeah, I was talking about fun stuff, wasn't I? I talked about fun stuff. You ever gone hiking with Minion? Oh yeah, we go hiking. We go hiking. Hiking really doesn't tend to make for good videos, so I don't do much of them, but you're a great businessman, which justifies my investment in you. Well, thanks. Yeah, I try really hard to make my business be successful. And I've had several businesses, and I've learned from each of them and done better and better as time has gone on. But yeah, thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys showing up, and I will catch you guys on the next sporadic YouTube live, which I'm not sure when it'll be, but yes, Minion, the big yawn. What a good way to finish the stream. What a good way. Yes, I am back from vacation. It was great. Great time. But anyway, thanks for joining, guys. I'm jumping off of here. Appreciate all of you.